What's up, YouTube? This is Mr. 2 back again with yet another video. In today's video, we're actually finishing off my 3-part series of my facelift bumper installation. It's taken me a good 6 months to finally make this video and show you guys the finished product. Well, without further ado, on with the video. Let's finally finish this 3-part series of videos off once and for all. Sure enough, parts did start showing up from overseas. In the taller brown box came my all-new facelifted MK6 Jetta front grille. I got the regular chrome one because the black one wasn't yet available. So the chrome one was the only one I had to choose from. There was no other options yet. And then in the white box package, I got a set of facelifted MK6 Jetta fog lights. And as you can see in this picture, they actually came with one broken tab. But oh well, I wasn't really going to use that tab anyway, so no big deal here. A few days went by, and then after, when I found some spare time, I managed to go out to my garage and install some clear Laminix paint chip film protection film onto my fog lights in order to help them stay, nice and fresh and not stone chip up on me on the road. After that install job came the decision on what type of bulb I wanted to run in these fog lights, whether it be just a regular halogen yellow fog light bulb or LEDs or HIDs. I made the final decision very easily, as I already had LED fog light bulbs in my previous fog light kit for my pre-facelift Jetta front bumper, so I decided just to reuse those. I figured, hey, why spend the extra money buying a new set of fog light bulbs when I currently already have pretty bright white LED bulbs, and they seem to be pretty reliable and fired up in a second every time. So I said, hey, let's jump the gun and just stick with what we have. There was only one small dilemma though, and it was that these LED fog light bulbs were 9006 size ones, and my new facelifted fog light housings only took H8 size bulbs. So there was some modification needed to be done to these 9006 LED bulbs. So basically what I did was I took off the bulb rings. You see these bulb rings here in this picture on the left hand side, these plastic pieces. They easily just come right off the bulb bases themselves. And then I went to my local HID/LED store, basically like a store supplier, and he managed to give me a new set of bulb adapters for H8/H11 bulbs, and they only paid about $10, so it was really good bargain basically. And here in this picture, you can clearly see the new H8/H11 bulb adapter plastic pieces, and they're already installed in this picture on the actual LED bulb bases, and they're black in color. Soon after, I managed to simply just glue back on the broken tab instead of making a claim and shipping out the fog lights back to the seller. I said, hey, I'll take the hit. I'll just simply glue the tab back on, and it won't be that big of a deal. Heck, I'm not even using it anyway, so it's just to make it look more complete instead of having a missing piece of it. And I also managed to install the LED bulbs inside both of the fog lights. So the H8 adapter piece actually worked out and held the bulb in fine. So I waited for a few days and let the fog lights sit and rest, while attempting to find a free day that I can take off the bumper and actually install these fog lights. So in this picture, you can see my front bumper is completely taken off and my fog light wiring is just dangling down, waiting for fog lights to be installed in them. Also, while having the bumper off, I decided to also pull the headlights because I wanted to install brand new headlight harness connectors on them, because the old connectors that were currently in the car already were kind of like broken and cracked. So I had previously bought new ones and I wanted to swap them out for the new ones. So I took off both headlights, did that, and then after I put both headlights back on. After reinstalling both headlights, I finally managed to install the brand new fog lights on my facelifted bumper. Oh my goodness, was it ever so easy to do? The method I used was just to use 2 zip ties and 2 screws on each side of the bumper. So basically each fog light had 2 screws and 2 zip ties. 1 zip tie going up and down and 1 going sideways. And the 2 screws that normally would be screwed into these fog lights. I had made the decision initially, a long time ago, to just skip the OEM Volkswagen fog light bracket mounts and just go with a zip tie method instead. I saw the zip tie method on a post on VolkswagenVortex.com in the MK6 Jetta forum. One guy posted that he simply used zip ties and he was able to secure the fog light onto the bumper 100%. You can try shaking it as hard as you can, it won't come loose. Oh my goodness, did it ever so work? And it wasn't loose at all. Yep, thank God for that guy. Because it saved me an extra $200 from spending on this bumper project. And when you're on a tight budget, every little corner of savings counts. Then immediately after that, I put the bumper on the car and kind of got a test fit idea of how the fog lights would look like. And oh my God, are they ever so good, flush, installed properly, and not coming out or off at all. They're holding it very tight and look pretty flush. I say it's a great success. After the initial test fit was successful, I permanently put the bumper on the car. However, I was doing some work on my facelift front grille at a shop, so I didn't have it ready yet in order to install the bumper, so I just basically recycled my old front grille from the previous pre-facelift bumper. I also plugged in the fog lights and turned them on, and to my surprise, they look so fantastic. Oh my goodness. After a couple of test drives with the fog lights installed on my bumper, I noticed my bumper started to sag a little bit and, you know, be a little bit dragging down. So I recall never getting the screws that hold up the bumper to the fender. I never got the screws from the dealership when I bought the car. So obviously, those missing screws that hold up the bumper onto the fender are the issue of this bumper being sagging and kind of dragging down a little bit. So I went to my motorcycle dealership locally and ordered a set of 2 screws in order to screw my bumper onto my fender. So in this picture, you can see how I'm kind of like under my garage front end area because it's raining out, getting up into the car and installing those 2 screws. And oh my goodness, did it ever make everything great again. My bumper wasn't sagging anymore and the front end was up and on. In addition to the upper front grille, I was also missing the lower left-hand corner and lower right-hand corner, tiny little grille cover pieces basically. So those were still coming in the mail. Also, in my attempt to fix my sagging bumper, I noticed that the bumper side guides here are different from the pre-facelift cars to the facelift cars. The design is completely different. So I also ordered a set of new facelift ones in order to install them into my car and hopefully stop the sagging bumper issue. Here is a photo of the car while we await the new parts. which is the bottom two corner grill cover pieces, as well as the bumper clip guide. Here I am at the wrap shop, a different one than the one I used for my top window spoiler, the rear one. Anyways, I'm here now, dropping off the new facelift grill to get it wrapped in gloss black to hide up the chrome trim on it. The wrap shop said, yep, no problems, they can easily wrap my front grill. And I had high confidence in them. So they told me come back a couple days later and it'll all be done. So without further ado, I came back a couple days later and guess what? It was all done. And here it is. It looks so awesome. Oh my goodness. Black on black style grill. Wonderful. Oh yeah, murdered up baby, murdered out. The awesomely fabulous grill are waiting to be installed on my new bumper. And then a whole 2 weeks went by, and then finally these two parts from China overseas showed up. So this prompted me to pop open my bumper and take off the old bumper clip guides in order to install the brand new ones that just showed up from overseas. With the new bumper guide installed, the bumper now holds up fine, pops in great, and sits pretty flushly against the fender. So, job well done. And the exact same thing was done on the other side. Oh my goodness, doesn't it look so fantastic now once the new bumper guide clips were installed. Makes a huge difference. Now with the bumper all installed and all pushed in on the sides, it's time to install the new facelift front grille. Here it is guys, the all new facelift Jetta Mark 6 front upper grille. You can see here now with the wrapping off, the actual wrap job of the chrome grille strips. The guys in the wrap shop did a very good job. And just like that, the new facelift grille is on. And here it is with the hood closed. Oh my goodness, it looks so fantastic. And then we had to wait another 3 weeks or so for more parts to come in, which are these two bottom corner grille pieces. The only reasonable place I could find to get them from was eBay, and the seller was only selling to the US, he wasn't selling to Canada. So I had to send them to a US address and had them reship it out to a Canadian address here in Canada. So that's why it took about 3 to 4 weeks just to be able to get them shipped out here to Canada for me. After waiting extremely patiently for over 3 weeks, the shipping was finally worked out and I got my new bottom corner pieces shipped out to me. Then a few days passed by and I had to go to a huge Volkswagen car show / get together at a Volkswagen dealership in Oakville, Ontario, here in Southern Ontario, Canada. So I said, hey, what better time there is than today when I'm going to a big car show / get together. So I kneeled down and installed those finishing touches on the bottom two corners of my bumper, and it looks fantastic once they were installed. Oh my goodness, just look at this amazing bumper. It looks so fantastic, all completely finished off. Here is my fully completed bumper from the side corner. Then on that same day, in the nighttime though, I also went to another car get-together / meet. It was just a little bit down the road, I think towards Mississauga area, Ontario, which is next to Oakville, Ontario. And they had all kinds of cars there. So here's my car there. Oh my goodness, does the front end look so amazing now and so facelifted. Wow. And here's my facelifted Mark 6 Jetta a couple days later at the movie theaters. Well guys, that concludes this video. I'm also missing one more piece. It's the cover that goes directly under the bumper. Obviously, being a big piece, it's pretty expensive to buy brand new. So I'll be out looking for it in scrap yards and online for a much cheaper one. Well guys, I hope you liked the video and the job, and I hope you liked the bumper and the whole car. Please like this video if you liked the whole process, my job, and the outcome, and how the way the car looks. This is Mr. Tuntu signing out. Take care, have a good day.